Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Spider-Man: No Way Home star Tom Holland jokes about complaints over the movie's use of CGI. Holland returns for his sixth go-around as the MCU's Peter Parker and it's safe to say Spidey will have his hands full this time around. Indeed, No Way Home's trailers have already teased the movie's big development involving Doctor Strange and the opening of the multiverse, an incident that leads to the return of several Spider-Man movie villains of yore. Among the bad guy characters known to be resurrected in No Way Home are Alfred Molina's Dr. Octopus, Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin, Rhys Ifans' Lizard, Jamie Foxx's Electro and Thomas Haden Church's Sandman. As if that weren't enough, there is also wide speculation that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire make return engagements as different multiverse iterations of Spider-Man himself. Of course, technology has changed since all those Spider-Man good and bad guys first appeared on the big screen in previous franchise entries. And No Way Home has indeed made it clear that it takes advantage of this tech, for instance, using CGI to render Doc Ock's tentacles. This fact has unfortunately rubbed some fans the wrong way as they nostalgically long for the days of Spider-Man 2 when Sam Raimi and company went through the massive trouble of making fully articulated puppet tentacles for Doc Ock's. Recently, Holland himself took to social media to address complaints about Doc Ock's appendages being made using the aid of computers and had a typically witty response. See his post in the space below. Click here to view the original post. Clearly Holland is not too worried about the small number of fans who are mad that Doc Ock's tentacles aren't practical this time around, as he brushes aside those complaints with some breezy snark. Of course, the CGI vs. practical debate continues to rage among movie fans in general, as many believe overuse of CGI ruins films, particularly in situations where practical effects could plausibly be used. In the case of Doc Ock's tentacles, surely John Watts and company could have constructed puppet tentacles as in Spider-Man 2. Of course, what's not known is how much Molina's villain is even on screen in the movie. If it's only in a handful of scenes, it surely would not have made sense for them to go through the trouble of constructing puppet tentacles. There is also the matter of Molina being a lot older than he was when he made Spider-Man 2, and the reality of having to move him around and have him act with puppet tentacles vs. the relative ease of putting him in front of a green screen. Practical effects are of course very cool, and it would have been nice to see Doc Ock's practical tentacles back on screen again after all these years. But there are plenty of good reasons to go CGI when dealing with an intricate effect like a supervillain's sentient appendages, especially in a time when such things can be made to look super realistic. Ultimately, Spider-Man: No Way Home won't succeed or fail based on such small details. It's good to see Holland having some fun with the whole controversy over the tentacles anyway, while not dropping a single spoiler. Source: Tom Holland, Instagram.